Paula a pledge tonight that I'm going to speak in a moderate and reasonable fashion. And if you believe that, you'll believe the moon is made of green cheese. During the past 21 years, we have seen the United Kingdom destroy its manufacturing base. It's almost tantamount to turning in on oneself and destroying the home in which you live. Just cast your mind back to what's been done. We have seen them close the steel industry. We have seen them close the shipbuilding industry. They've destroyed engineering, both light and heavy. They also destroyed the coal mining industry after promising many members that if they continued to work, their pits would remain open. It's interesting, is it not, that in all those areas, in Yorkshire we've got 3 pits left, in Nottingham we've got 1 and a part of a pit left, and in Warwickshire we've got 1 pit left, and we've got 2 small mines operating in South Wales. And we've also seen them attack and destroy the farming industry, the fisheries, and of course we've seen them throw millions onto the scrap heap. The real cause of our problem is not some banking crisis. It is not that somebody has made a wrong investment. They didn't take our money out of one bank and pop it into another and thereby create a crisis. The real issue has been created by destroying the very fabric of the society in which we live. You cannot have a situation where you destroy the very things that manufacture real wealth and then hope to sustain those things that really matter. Globalisation, and as Andrew said, the European Union are at the core of our problems. Just think about what happens as a result of the globalisation philosophy, which has been embraced both in the United States, yes, and Western Europe, as well as the United Kingdom. And look at the European Union. I know that many people will have read this in the Daily Telegraph. You all get a copy. But were you aware that the payments that we're making to the European Union, not that they're making to us, I'll take this one slowly, just because there may be somebody from the Sun crept in and they have difficulty writing it down. Britain has had to pay 800 million more than was expected to the European Union this year. Figures contained in the documents which accompanied the budget statement show that in 2010 we will be paying £7.6 billion to the European Union. Now, I've heard of some membership fees in my life, but £7.6 billion to belong to a club that's plunged us into economic crisis and chaos, in my view, is obscene. You know, when you think about what we've done, anybody looking on from outer space, if there is life form, will think we've gone completely crazy. We've created mass unemployment. Don't be fooled for a second by the official figures. They are a lie. Gordon Brown and Darling's figures are lies. I'm saying publicly tonight that the government are lying when they say that we've got 7.4% unemployed. I can tell you what the figure is. Not only did the Roundtree Foundation Trust publish the real figure, the Daily Telegraph did. I think whoever printed it got in trouble, but that's another story. The real figure of unemployment in Britain is 8.1 million. Just think about it. 8.1 million of people between the ages of 16 and 65 of employable age have had no job. The reason's simple. Unless you're receiving job seekers allowance, unemployment benefit, you're not classified as unemployed. So if you're on a pension, you're out of the picture, even though you may want a job. In other words, there are millions of people without a job. But here's the rub. I bet a pound note to a penny, and I'm not a gambler, that there isn't one in 100,000 people in Britain knows the cost of keeping a person out of work. I don't mean in unemployment benefit. To keep a person out of work costs the nation, in all costs of administration, £15,000 per person per year. The minimum wage equals 13,000 even with the new increase. So they're paying £2,000 a year to keep a person unemployed, and if they are in employment, they're granting them a minimum wage £2,000 less. Now, you see, we say in this party, why can't we pay, say, £12,000 of that money to industry and tell them to take into employment those people who are unemployed, reduce the working week, say to 4 days instead of 5, with no loss of pay. The industry is better off. The workers are certainly better off. But more important, it makes economic sense. Because if you've got people in work, they're paying income tax, and they're also earning money and able to purchase the goods that they produce. Now that makes economic sense. At the moment, all that we're doing is paying out literally billions each year to keep people out of work.